Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Wednesday evening edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on RK Network. It is Wednesday, June 14, 2023. We have a lot of news to get to this Wednesday evening, so let's get started right now. First up, Goffstown couple accused of selling body parts stolen from morgue. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Bullfrog spas are the most customizable spas available, and they're available right now at Custom Pools and Spas. Patented jetpacks make designing the perfect spa experience really easy.
Well, Cedric Lodge was fired from his position as morgue manager down at Harvard Medical School last month. But a federal indictment says Lodge stole human remains from the school and then sold them to people in multiple states from 2018 up until this year.
Who made those donations.
It's a disturbing case against a Goffstown husband and wife who now face federal charges, accused of trafficking stolen human remains. A federal indictment out of the state of Pennsylvania accuses Cedric Lodge of stealing dissected portions of donated cadavers, including heads, brains, skin, and bones, from Harvard Medical School, where Cedric worked as the morgue manager. He was fired last month. In a statement, the school's dean, George Daly, called the case an apparent betrayal. The indictment says Cedric Lodge took the remains to his home, where he and his wife, Denise, sold them and sometimes shipped them through USPS to people in other states. No comment from Cedric or Denise as they left federal court in Concord this afternoon. They were both released on personal recognizance bail. 4 others are also facing charges connected to this case, including Katrina McLean, who owns and operates Cat's Creepy Creations in Peabody, Massachusetts. Prosecutors say she bought 2 faces for $600.
It's just totally unusual, bizarre, and I don't know, just crazy. Just totally crazy.
Neighboring business owners in that area are in shock.
I'm surprised there's buyers for that kind of stuff.
Lodges will answer to their charges down in Pennsylvania at a later date. In the meantime, Harvard Medical School says it is currently working to determine which donor cadavers may be affected by all of this. They say they are reaching out to the families of those donors. Reporting live in Concord, I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News 9.
Tim, thank you. So this investigation is already stretching into multiple states, 5 at the current count. Prosecutors say some of these sales have been made as far away as Minnesota, even down in Arkansas. They say some of the parts were sold to this man in Pennsylvania. He was arrested last year after police got a report of body parts being kept in buckets in his basement. Police records say Jeremy Pauley admitted to buying 2 shipments of human remains, and investigators say some of those purchases came from a mortuary and crematorium worker in Arkansas. She's accused of selling parts taken from cadavers, including 2 corpses of stillborn babies who were supposed to be cremated and returned to their families.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Body found in Everett, Massachusetts backyard, identified by family as teen from New Hampshire. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Rebate season is here. Now is the time to visit Rochester Motorsports on Route 11 in Rochester or Seacoast.
We have more breaking news tonight about a death investigation in Everett, Massachusetts. An 18-year-old found in a backyard there has now been identified as Kaya Donovan from New Hampshire. Her father, who lives in Manchester, says Kaya went to Everett to visit friends, and when she didn't come home Monday night, he called police.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Man accused of striking a Northwood police officer with a motorcycle to remain in jail. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Rebate season is here. Now is the time to visit Rochester Motorsports on Route 11 in Rochester or see...
Dashboard cam from a Stratford police cruiser shows the backwoods pursuit on Memorial Day. Police estimate Goodwin was averaging 50 to 60 miles per hour, at times blowing through stop signs and weaving in and out of traffic. The chase continues in Rockingham County, where Route 4 was closed down for the annual Northwood Memorial Day Parade. Authorities say dashcam video shows Goodwin weaving around a cruiser and hitting Officer Joseph Drakus as he tried to wave Goodwin down and step in front of the motorcycle. Backseat video shows Goodwin apologizing twice.
So this played out. He kept speeding up. He slowed down at one point. He simply could have stopped and just eaten a ticket, but he didn't.
Officer Drakus sustained several injuries. In the hospital, he told an officer Goodwin stood over him and asked,
"Why would you do that? Why would you stand in front of me?"
The state says this wasn't Goodwin's first driving violation, including speeding and disobeying an officer. The defense says if let out, he will agree to a curfew and no driving, and reminds the court that this isn't a trial.
I understand the video, and I know the court's aware that today's not a trial, today's not for sentencing, today's not for punishment.
And the judge did rule that Goodwin will remain in preventative detention until his next court date. In Brentwood, Kelly O'Brien, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. New Hampshire State Police investigate after gun allegedly fired in road rage incident. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
No one is facing charges right now after an alleged road rage incident involving a gun in Jackson. State police tell us they got the call around 6:45 this morning for a situation on Route 16 near Dana's Place.
It sounds like during the course of that incident, the juvenile operator of the vehicle had removed a firearm from his vehicle and brandished that firearm towards the other operator of the vehicle and had fired that firearm off outside of his vehicle.
Investigators say no one was hurt and they were able to locate the car in a parking lot in Glen. 2 people, including a juvenile, were taken in for questioning, but state police say there's no threat to the public. They would not name the business where that parking lot was, but the general manager of Storyland told News 9 in a statement that they were cooperating with state police for an incident that happened off their property.
It's not a comfortable feeling. I don't like or appreciate it. I have children that live in this valley. I'd rather not bring them up with things like that occurring.
Naomi Kaiser and Madison Rich work nearby. Madison said she was opening up at the store she works at about an hour before this all happened.
I just barely missed where it happened, and I was like, oh my God. I was kind of shooken up after that.
State police say they have no tolerance for incidents like this.
Just that these situations are completely unacceptable. It's a very dangerous situation for many and anybody involved, to include victims on the highway and roads who aren't involved.
State police now asking anyone who may have seen or heard anything to give them a call. In Tamworth, Hannah Cotter, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Prosecutors seek records about New Hampshire murder suspects' competency. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Rebate season is here. Now is the time to visit Rochester Motorsports on Route 11 in Rochester or Seacoast.
Lawyers in court today discussing records in the Raymond Moore murder trial. He's accused of stabbing a man to death on a Manchester walking trail back in September. The prosecution asking for records from the Office of the Forensic Examiner as Moore's competency to stand trial is considered. He's told the court in the past he suffers from mental illness. His defense argues the court does not make decisions on OFE findings and those records can be examined at trial. The state objects to the findings because it is yet to receive those documents. A judge is set to rule on this objection next month.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. New Hampshire hospitals Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shields at odds over millions of dollars in medical bills. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
ADA Traffic Control trains and certifies traffic control flaggers for construction and utility sites all across New England. From the start of developing traffic plans to pre-construction setup, equipping sites with everything needed, ADA Sales and Rental offers a variety of traffic safety equipment to the construction industry. ADA has a very in-depth inventory. Want to join the team at the largest traffic control company in New England? Go to adavt.com or call us today.
A long-simmering dispute between hospitals in New Hampshire and the state's largest health insurance carrier is once again boiling over. Earlier this year, the hospitals publicly slapped Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield with a nearly $300 million bill, saying covered care isn't being paid for. Executive Counselor Cindy Warmington raised the issue at today's Governor and Council meeting, and Insurance Commissioner Chris Nicolopoulos called the $300 million figure, quote, misleading, saying the actual amount is more like $90 million in disputed payments.
And to put into context, Anthem pays about $200 million a month to New Hampshire hospitals. Almost, it's a little bit less than that. It's $2 billion a year to New Hampshire hospitals. And so we're talking about 15 days of billing of total accrued outstanding AR.
But Governor Chris Sununu says the state is having the same kind of problems with Anthem.
The issues with Anthem do go back a couple of years. The state has had direct, because they are our manager as well, has had direct issues with them. We've been talking and working with them for a couple of years now to get, I'll just say, the aspects of customer service and payment where it needs to be.
Anthem provided a statement to News 9 saying it attempts to pay claims as quickly and efficiently as possible. Quote, we strive to reduce inventories as they occur and remain committed to working directly with our care providers and health systems in resolving any challenges that may exist. The hospitals at Anthem have been meeting for a couple years now to try and settle this. Elected officials say they'll keep pushing for some kind of resolution.
We'll just keep following up on this and make sure that the appropriate payments are being made at the appropriate time.
In Concord, Adam Sexton, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. FDA expands recall of frozen strawberry products linked to hepatitis A outbreak. Let's take a listen to that video from CBS News.
Tonight, an important recall to tell you about. Several brands of frozen strawberries, mixed fruits, and smoothie blends have been linked to an outbreak of hepatitis A, making at least 9 people sick. The recalled products were sold in dozens of states at Walmart, Costco, H-E-B stores under the brand names Great Value and Raider Farms. Customers are urged to check their freezers and either throw out the products or return them to the store for a refund.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And we are going to switch gears now and let's go into weather. And here's meteorologist Mike Haddad with a full weather forecast. Good evening, Mike.
Rebate season is here. Now is the time to visit Rochester Motorsports on Route 11 in Rochester or Seacoast Power Sports on Route 1 in Hampton Falls. Take advantage.
Thank you very much for joining us. Storm Watch 9 weather on the web. A little bit stormy in spots this evening with some downpours, maybe a passing thunderstorm through about 9 or 10 o'clock tonight. But beyond then, it does stay a bit unsettled with more chances of showers. Not talking about all-day washouts, but a scattered shower chance here or there Thursday and Friday. And then a cooler start to our weekend. More showers, a potential coming in here to kick off the weekend on Saturday. And it will be on the cooler side due to the wind flow coming in out of the east and the northeast. So for now, watching the heavy rain for some, scattered storms, pivot out of here by late evening, and then overnight tonight, a scattering of showers. This upper level low will be right on top of us tomorrow, so times of sun, times of clouds, could be a scattered shower here or there, mainly from midday into the afternoon and early evening. That will pivot out. Another system races in behind it for Friday afternoon and Friday night. And that one will trigger a storm just off to our south during Saturday that may lock in an easterly wind and more showers to kick off our weekend. So overnight tonight, after the downpours and storms are over, could be a passing shower with areas of fog and overnight lows in the 50s. Now tomorrow, still quite mild, winds out of the northwest, so a day with sun and clouds mixed. Could be a passing shower, maybe a spot thunder shower with highs generally 73 to 80 degrees from north to south. Then during the day on Friday will be very similar in the temperature department with most of the showers late day into the night. So tomorrow, partly sunny, could be a pop-up shower in any one given spot, mainly late morning through the afternoon. Then early in the evening, a lot of the showers begin to break apart. So overnight, partly cloudy to clear. On Friday, some sun during the morning. The best shower chance after about, say, midday 1, 2 o'clock will be in northern New Hampshire. Southern zones should be rain-free through at least 3 or 4 p.m. Beyond that, a scattering of showers and a potential for a thunderstorm into Friday evening. Then a lot of clouds and cooler with some showers around to kick off the weekend on Saturday. Here's a look at Friday. Still quite warm, 72 to 81. But then we get to Saturday. Whoa, much cooler to kick off the weekend. Clouds, maybe a few bright spots here or there. Showers likely at times. Highs only in the mid to upper 60s. And then on Sunday for Father's Day, partly sunny. Could be a couple of scattered showers. Monday, same story, partly sunny, couple passing showers, and then less of a rain chance for Tuesday and even brighter on Wednesday, the official start of summer.
Okay, and there you go on that weather forecast from meteorologist Mike Haddad. Thank you for that, Mike. And that does it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on RK Network. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Good night and goodbye.